Hey guys, welcome to VamaLove 2.0. We're so glad to have you today as well, and thank you for those who are subscribing and liking and commenting to our YouTube channels, Facebook page, as well as Instagram. So thank you so much for following. Today we just want to talk about details. How much details or how much detail necessary to share with your partner? Do you share a little or just something that might not really, give the whole picture of the story? Or at least I've shared something about this so she knows or he knows that I talked about it, in different situations, of course. So, babe, would you like to talk about that? How much details is one partner supposed to share with the other, especially when a situation that happened or an incident, or how your day, for instance, actually went?
Well, I think that when you and your partner are building, a relationship, probably you are sharing how your day went. You're sharing like these, little details because you are learning each other, right? And it's out of those little things that we're sharing that we get to learn each other. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about is how much details is too much, and I think that it's important to understand that the more details you share, the more your partner gets to know you and understand you. So intimacy is built on detail. Intimacy is built on those details that you sometimes think are not necessary. So when you're building a relationship, in the beginning, of course, I didn't want to tell him everything about me. I was offloading little by little of information. But as we began to grow in our relationship with each other, as we began to, build on what we wanted to achieve at the end of the day in our relationship, we began to now become more intimate. And so we were sharing even things that we can't share with the other person, things that you are okay with being vulnerable, things that you are sharing maybe to seek counsel, sometimes to just have the person understand how your feelings really, are.
Yeah.
And so this is coming from a situation where, let's say we have usual conversations every day. We are talking about how the day went and all of that. But when something out of the ordinary happens to his day, especially something that he knows that if I heard about it later on, when without him telling me, it would hurt my feelings. I think those are very important, especially when you know that if my partner hears this from somewhere else or sometime later, they might get offended. Make sure that those details are shared. And also, it's very important that you put yourself in your partner's shoes. If the tables were reversed, would you be okay with the fact that your partner didn't tell you? Especially with regards to the opposite sex. So we know we have male besties, we have female besties, those, and we have exes and all of those things. When anything out of the ordinary happens in your engagement with some of these people, make sure that your partner knows, because these are loopholes that the enemy is using to destroy relationships. So if your ex, for example, just pops up in your inbox and is saying funny things, make sure your partner is aware, because once you entertain that conversation, or even if you don't entertain but you have this whole conversation going and then maybe you shun it at the end, but you never mention it, sometime later, maybe to pop up in a conversation and be like, oh, the time I was talking to Rex.
Yeah.
And your baby's like, you talked to Rex? You're like, yeah, we spoke sometime last week.
Who is Rex?
I don't know, man. Yeah, but that's what I want to bring out. I don't know if you want to.
I think so. The important thing here is that be comfortable to share with your partner details. We're not talking about just information here, but detailed information. And it's not really that you owe it to them, but it's just necessary even for you. Like she's saying, it might pop up later and you would fail to defend it even when your intentions were right. Okay, it would be hard for you to actually defend when that actually pops up in a conversation later on. So please be open as much as you can with your partner. Talk about details, talk about what happened in the situation. For instance, there are obviously a lot of situations where you would notice that this is not going to sit well with my partner. Don't hide. talk about it and be ready to actually express what your intentions are or were in that particular situations. Either you started the conversation with your ex or with your friend, opposite sex, or you help them in a certain way or the other. Okay, ensure that you actually communicate. Those are very, very vital details actually about the relationship. So please do them.
Right. I was just, thinking right now, and it just popped in my mind, like, you can share, like, some of us are like, I share, I don't get into the details, but at least I give the information out there. It's different. It's like I tell him that, oh, I met this guy when I was coming from work, and he was just acting funny. Then I leave the conversation there. Then later, in the conversation, I'm like, remember that guy I said was acting funny? So that day we actually hung out, and I was like, that's not what you shared. You said the guy was acting funny. So make sure that you give details, because you seem like a liar. And if there are things that you're concealing, sometimes it's like somebody begins to suspect if the motive was right. Like, why are you concealing part of the story? Like, just give it out. I met this guy, he asked for my number, I gave him, but I don't feel comfortable talking to him, and because I respect you, so I got the number just out of courtesy, but I don't want the number anymore, so here's the number, I'm gonna delete it. Things like that, I think they build trust as well, because your partner is like, oh wow, you didn't need to tell me, but I appreciate the fact that you told me, because this shows that you want us to be transparent.
Yes, and I think it's just important to get to a point where it's okay for me to ask for more details from you if I feel like I need to just get more information, and you need to be open to give that information to the person. Like, okay, really this person wants more details about this, give the details.
It's hard out there. People are like, why are you interrogating me?
And
Okay,
that
you
is
know
why
my
I was saying that
dad.
they're supposed to be open, right? So feel free with each other, get to the point and level where you can interact, and it doesn't matter what kind of sort of detail. Please give out that information. It's for the betterment of your relationship.
Exactly. So thank you so much for joining us today. We hope this conversation was helpful. Text us if you want more information about this. If you want us to continue this conversation in the next video, that's okay. But thank you for listening to us. We love you guys. Bye.